Greetings, everyone that is in the 28-day process of Human Garage. We are here with another daily inspiration. We got two coaches slash facilitators, season 2. My name is Dennis, also known as I Create Lines. I'm deep into human design. I've been with Human Garage for 2 years. Today we're going to talk about why all emotions are human, and I will introduce Charles and he will introduce himself, and then we will begin.
Yeah, my name's Charlie. And I've also been in Human Garage coming up on 2 years, I think this month or next month, maybe September. And definitely the emotions have been a big part of the Human Garage journey. So yeah, looking forward to talking about this and sharing with you guys.
The topic that we chose is dealing with the entire scope of what it means to be human. We are fragmented as children, being told these emotions are not to be expressed in that way, our energy is too much, or why aren't we more expressive in this way? And the thing is that every single person is very, very, very unique in the way that they express their energy, and there are no standards of what it means to be a human. And then, okay, you're not following the standards, or you should be more like this, you should be more like that. um, I believe everything is just energy. I believe everything is an expression of life. And one emotion could be turbulent for one person, it could be very exciting for another. So it's up to the perspective of how you view yourself and how we view others. And not everything is for us, not everybody is for us. That's why there are so many different beings on the planet, I guess. Everybody has a different energy expression. Um, in scopes of the Human Garage experience, seeing that maneuvers can help us process the same emotion we've been feeling for years and years and years as quote unquote bad, we can start to feel it as, oh, this is just my energy moving through my organs, through my fascia, through my body. How can I give it more love? How can I give it more attention? How can I put it in an environment where it is recognized?
Sorry, I had a little interruption there. Did you finish?
Yeah, for now, go ahead. What do you got?
Yeah, I mean, I think the Human Garage for sure. One of the things that I noticed was the maneuvers have a unique capacity to bring up emotional feelings. I always sort of intellectually could understand, and I was taught a lot of yoga in the sense and practice a lot of yoga that I could, sometimes the emotions would come up, but with the Human Garage fascial maneuvers, my experience was they were coming up like fast. They were able to dredge down into the emotional layers much, much faster than a yoga posture. And I'm still learning what the physiology is of that and how that works. But I think that's probably why the Human Garage has kept my attention for this long, because I'm actually starting to feel emotions that I knew I had, but I'm not sure that I felt them, not viscerally. It was like, yeah, I know that I had a particular trauma or some sort of relationship perception was like this for me because of what happened or whatever. But then HG was like, okay, yes, you have it. And this is how it feels in your body. And I could access that feeling. And I feel like I'm even still pulling up more and more and more. So, yeah. And then to have the community to be able to share stuff in a non-judgmental space I mean, that doesn't happen in pretty much any other modality that I've seen, physical modality, that is. Like, okay, you go to a Pilates class or a yoga class, there's not like a space for sharing as much. It's a little bit more like the teacher is guiding you through and you have your own experience, you go home with it. It doesn't come out of your mouth. So it's just unique the way they do it, and it's helpful.
The thing that you're describing is it's us who need to face this. It's us that it's an energy that we've been feeling all our lives, and it's like a background frequency somewhere, and it's pulling you and pushing you and pulling you and pushing you, and you don't know where it is. It's like it's not you. It's and then you feel it in the body, then you face it, then other people help you face it, then they tell you about the things that they have faced, and suddenly it's okay. Suddenly it's wow, other people have gone through this challenge and they are alive still, so I can go through the same challenge and I'll still be alive, I'll still be human.
Yeah, yeah, it's different. It's much different format, much different structure. Um, the flexibility of it, the individuality of it, it brings in so many more facets than just the physical. Your journey will be completely unique um, going through this process, and it's not dogmatic, and they're open to uh, amendments. They're open to changes in even the maneuvers themselves, but also how the program's like. It's a work in progress. It's a community that is growing and evolving. So it's, this year might be different the next year. It's not set in stone. It's not a dogma. It's a philosophy, and it's open for input.
Beautiful. Always flexible and adaptive. We can't go
Yeah,
forward without this.
yeah, yeah.
It's hard letting go, right? There are things that are,
Oh yeah, oh yeah,
but that's also human.
yeah, yeah. Some of the patterns are more deeply held. Some of the things you don't want to let go of, and but that's where some of the self-compassion comes in, and also just the persistence. Like, okay, I got something deeply buried in there. It's not just gonna come out in one day, you know. Um, so yeah, yeah.
What is your go-to internal dialogue when going through tough times like this?
I just, I'll say a prayer to myself. I say an affirmation to myself. I got to be very careful not to be too self-critical, because I can really go into a negative voice towards myself. And there's little things like putting the photo of myself when I was a baby, like
Mm.
2 years old. I have that as my screensaver, and it's just some little blonde boy, like doesn't really know much, just brand new in the world. And it's like, okay, that's the void. You are saying whatever that internal dialogue is, you're saying it to that child. So it's like, are you sure you want to keep doing that? And mostly that's enough to knock me off of that train of thought. Not always, but it helps. So trying to bring in that self-compassion, that's my go-to. What about you?
Exactly, being hard on myself, and the I resonate completely with the little boy of like I'm not the one holding, the atlas carrying the world. Because you see things, because you know things, it doesn't mean that it's all up to you. And it sometimes feels like that, especially because you can understand this the more you go into the human garage stuff, the more you generally go into the emotional stuff and energy stuff and feel things for yourself. You can feel things, you can recognize things in others as well, and not always are you able to do something about it or help. And then the responsibility, that's kind of the biggest thing, is feeling responsible for not being able to help everyone, and then I don't help myself, and then I criticize myself, and then I gotta think, there's a lot of people on the planet. There's a lot of people on the planet. I don't see everything now. I see my surroundings. I see the thing that I tune into. Maybe try and see different things. Maybe try tune into different people. Maybe surrender more. But it's tough, the whole life is trying to grip and make things happen, and then now allowing the world to kind of move you and show you the way. And
Yeah, that's
I
a
like,
great.
I like sorry, I like how you said the when I was brand new as a child. Just wanted to
Yeah,
say that was amazing. Okay, I'm this
yeah.
little blonde boy, brand new. Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
No, I like what you said about gripping. Like I can feel that in my body. Like and HG has really helped me feel this. It's like, you know, I mean, it's the nature of the movement is different because I feel like in a lot of disciplines you're trying to achieve an external form. Like you are trying to make your body into a shape. I want to make my leg be in this position or my hand be in this position. And with that comes a lot of like gripping and like you're trying to push yourself into it. Whereas these movements are like so many of them, there's no way that you're going to look that there's not it's not even stated that your body needs to be here at this time in this position. So it's like you can release the need to like push yourself and force yourself into the position. Um, and so instead, you release that grip. That's my experience of these postures is that they help you release the grip. And then then it offers you also the emotional component to start to identify that and speak to it, have this communicative dialogue back and forth. I can feel the gripping. What's that from? Where does that stem from? So, anyway, yeah.
I feel like this is a good note to end on, to
All right.
say, with to confirm, allowing, surrendering. Thank you guys for watching, and Charles, if you want to close it.
Yeah. Um, I would really like to come out. This is Dennis, and he sets up. I get the. I don't even know Dennis very well, but like we sort of on the chats together. Um, like I can see some of the stuff he's saying. I get a sense of the best I can of his character, but well, it's just another thing I love about this community is that you're going to meet people from places you'd never be able to meet people from. And, I hope that you and I can touch base in the future and get to know each other more and even sometime maybe meet. You're in a beautiful place, and I also live in a beautiful place. So it's like, how can we, keep that connection going in? Hopefully, what we've said has been beneficial to you guys out there watching. And yeah, thanks so much. Yes, sir. I'm holding my phone, so I can only do the one hand. So,
That's fine. Fine. Well,
all right. Have a good
let
day,
me
brother.
just
Or you want to stop it and then